Alright, hello. So I'm just gonna tell you about how I kind of trade SPY on a daily basis. So I'll kind of wait for like 10 to 20 minutes just to see what direction SPY would go in the morning. So after I wait for that, I load up like a call option, add the call and the put. That's just the one out the money on each side into my watch list. So after I do that, right, and then I just hop on TradingView, open SPY, put 1 minute, and then just like today's thing, nothing else. So what I aim for while I'm trading, so when I find like the direction that it stops at, I try to enter in either like the opposite way I think it's gonna go. So when it's at calls, I would want to go to puts, right? And I would try to match whatever this wick would hit into the beginning of my put. So wherever this candle starts for the put, it's gonna be where it ended on the call, right? So all I'm looking for is just a downward trend to where like the put would match like the back candle. You see how this call and this put almost matched, but the candle on this call matched the bottom of this candle when it was coming up. See, that's what I try to aim for just every day. I guess SPY was a little different today because it just went up a lot, right? So usually what I aim for. So you see how this little section just went up. So when I'm looking at it through like a 1 minute basis while I'm trading SPY live, so the com prices are of course moving all throughout the day, especially at this time, because if it's consolidating a lot, it's easy 10% to 20% down, up, and you can get easy like 100% when you're on like 11 CDT like midday. So what I'm aiming for is wherever the candle hits highest, that's where I want to enter just either position. So let's do puts this time. So we see that SPY kind of struggled over here. It's matching with this candle before it took off, and it's almost matching with the middle of this put, and it's matching with the top of this candle. So what I'm looking for is just a pattern of what I think SPY would be. You see how SPY raised all the way up here, went up, but then it came back down to wherever it started, just like right here, and it's almost matching with this candle again. And that's like the 9 a.m. time. So that's kind of like the pattern I'm looking for, but just on a smaller basis because I'm in and out just 20 seconds. As you can see on like Robinhood. So at like 9:30, this was what, like 11 cents. Of course, I wouldn't buy the 559 call. I bought this at almost close just to make about like 33% because I got a little greedy. But you see how, so at 9:30, let's see what the price was. So at 9:30, we see that like the bottom of the candle just ticked over here. And this was a good entry for calls. As you can see, the wick for this one is over here. Where the wick started for the call, it receded all the way down here to the bottom of this like candle and the start of this put right here. So this would have been like my entry, or just like up here, just closer to that candle before it closes, just to get in the calls. And you see how from 9:31 to 9:35, just right here, it hit the top of this candle. Let's see and then it went up just double, which would have given you 100%. So that's what I'm trying to look for, basically. I don't know how to explain this, but that's the pattern I'm looking for. So whatever top of wick is, I try to catch the next candles, the top of peak wick, just which direction it would go. Yes, of course, some candles will go like opposite of what you're thinking is going to do. But what I try to do is, so as soon as the wick, I wait for the wick to form. And if the wick is touching like the bottom, just like this, you see how the wick of this and the wick of this call is the same, and the wick of this put is almost the same. That would be a great entry for you to get into calls, because what it's trying to do is trying to grow, right? And you want to catch that. So that's basically what I do, and just the opposite way for puts. So here, let's zoom in just right here. So you see how we have like a green trend right here, and the wick for this is gone all the way up here, and the candle's over here, and there's a small little wick just right here. And the start of the put wick is started right here, and then the candle went all the way down to where it started off with this wick right here. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So hopefully this helps. If y'all need like better clarification, I can tell y'all, but it's kind of